3, 2, 1. Back to the Cultural Curriculum Chat. I'm your host, Jebeh Edmunds, and I'm so happy you are back here listening to the podcast today. I wanted to share with you a really great workplace strategy book that I found. It is called Thrive, The Facilitator's Guide to Radically Inclusive Meetings by Dr. Mark Smutny, a second edition. I have had a lot of my clients in the past that have asked me to help them with cultural competency strategies, especially in the workplace. And I found this book online, and I'm just so excited to share with you all about Dr. Mark Smutny's work and just give you a little preview so that you can order the book yourself and you can use it in your classroom setting as a staff for schools. You can use this in non-for-profit and for-profit organizations. It all rings true with his guidebook. Now, why I really love this book is also because it's convenient. He has lots of insights on examples of open-ended questions to use in meetings. He talks about ways to make people feel more included and how to tackle those hard conversations. Another reason that I like this Thrive book that I've enjoyed is he also did some research himself. And the person he researched in this book, along with others, is John P. Cotter. And Dr. Cotter also talked about how 70% of change efforts in organizations and businesses fail due to the lack of the holistic approach. In other words, you can't get from the top and have these new initiatives for everybody in your whole organization to have buy-in. You need to have the holistic approach by bringing all of the change agents and the people there from the beginning. Cotter also talks about how we need to create a sense of urgency for profit and not-for-profits, and we need to discuss that sense of urgency. When we have that sense of urgency, that shows everybody that this initiative is important, not just for the bottom line, but for the whole workplace culture as a whole. I really like that in this book, they talk about this guiding coalition and to develop that change vision together. And what Cotter says in this book is to stick with it and celebrate those wins. All of us are looking for the finish line and say, yeah, we accomplished some things, but they're not taking into account the little steps, the little milestones that got you to your big reward. And so it's also important to keep that in your workplace. So like I said, I even use this framework in my trainings with John Cotter and Dr. Smutny. Developing that change vision, like I said. A lot of us, when we're doing this work, especially in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, we have our plan. We have it written down. Some clients of mine have said, Jeb, we've got our mission and values and we want to do this. We're motivated, but we're stuck. How can we get unstuck? And a lot of the times when I look at their mission, vision, and values it's not clear. It's pretty vague. And so with me and my consulting business, we really do hone in on getting that clarity and that transparency before we start the plan. And a lot of my clients have seen a lot of success in that by really writing down their initiatives and their mission, vision, and values and see how it aligns in tandem. And then we really get clear and really have that microscopic lens of what is the clear point of what we're trying to accomplish. And now let's develop a plan of how we can see that into fruition and then take action. So I really love how this book kind of gives you the architectural drawing board gotta love metaphors today, of how they see things happening, but also they give you that reality of not a lot of people are gonna like this change. And you know as well as I do, being in the workforce, going, oh, here we go again. Same old initiative. Well, this is the flavor of the month, Jeb. We're going to get to this first, and then we're going to go back to what we've always done. And then you come back to me a year later going and scratching your head saying, how come we didn't get this done? Or how come we fell short? Or how come it just kind of dropped off? Because there was no accountability there. And I really like this idea of having that broad-based action, like Carter says. He talks about using your internal structures in your organizations that you already have, but it's also blocking your overall vision. So when you're doing this work and you're really trying to be inclusive, they're telling us that people in upper management might second guess your innovative strategies and your new ways and your new concepts. So in order to kind of keep the people in upper management and leadership on the same page with you is to show the data. I like good data of how other organizations, other school districts of your size have used this similar innovative concept and shown success. That's how you're going to get buy-in from all other groups of people within your organization. So you're going to have naysayers, but you got to stick with it. And what I love, what they even said in this book is, don't let up. Accelerate those voices that resist the change. Those that are resisting, they're going to get quiet. Once they see the results, a lot of people will have their doubts. But when they start seeing the results coming in, that's when they get quieter. And that's when they say, wow, I really like this new concept. I really like this new agent for change within our organization. Thank you for bringing it up. And you know what? I always say you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. There's going to be things that are going to ruffle feathers. There's going to be people in your organization that it's like, oh, well, we've done this before and it didn't work. Why are we doing it again? Keep working, keep at it, keep being consistent. And that's how you're going to have the best success. A big piece that Dr. Smutny talked about was self-awareness and having those hard conversations. He even has a little bit of a script to help you dispel and disrupt some of the defensive questions, some of the defensive, verbiage that goes into play. And so I really implore you to read his book because he's got lots of amazing strategies that can empower groups of people that have always been there in your workforce, but never had the opportunity to show their resource and their innovative ideas to their collective group. And this really helps you seek those strategies, but also it walks you and guides you through creating how you can do the same models of inclusivity in your workplace. I just love every chapter. And I always have to have my disclaimer. Mark Smutny is not paying me to, promote his book. I'm giving you my best review and recommendation for this book. A lot of my clients, a lot of people in the community that I have served has always come to me as their resource hub, which I'm very honored to be a part of, that resource hub for people. This is just me sharing with you what I've found and what I've vetted to be a really great guidebook to help you continue this work of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging in your workplace. And like I said, it's really clear, concise. He's got lots of research to back him up. He even has a further reading pages that help you with your strategic plan. Also getting you into the exercise of DEI and how that change is effective for all of us. I cannot stress this enough. Please go ahead, run, don't walk, and order the book Thrive, The Facilitator's Guide to Radically Inclusive Meetings. by Dr. Mark Smutny. I'll have the information of where you can find this book in the show notes. That's all that I have for you today. I'm looking forward to coming back next week, Friday, same time, same place. If you would like more of my resources, you can definitely go to my website, JebehEdmunds.com. I even have a How to Be a Culturally Competent Leader digital course that you can also download in order yourself to continue doing this work. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.